For the ones who are the Muslims of Akhir Zaman who are stuck in the cities and cannot come to the mountains, what can they do so they don't get swallowed by the darkness?
Good. It's a good question to ask. Because every hadith also, there's not only one meaning. There's a surface meaning, and the real meaning of it is endless. Quran-e-Karim has endless meanings. So in the words of the saints also, because they're taking the knowledge, if not from the Prophet ﷺ, then from who? If not from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then from who? That's why their knowledge is fresh and alive. The meaning of that is not just physically, also to go to the mountains. The idea of going to the mountains is what? What is the meaning of going to the mountains? What is the meaning of going to the mountains? What? To withdraw. Leaving means physically you leave it. Physically you leave it. That means you don't want to be in that kind of lifestyle. That's why you go to the mountains. Can there be people who physically move to the mountains and still want to have that lifestyle or still have that lifestyle in the city? Of course. So it's not the physical movement of it also that is so much that is there. There is the heart. So that means that you can be, and there are people who are in the city, they don't like to be in the city. If they're given a choice, they would go somewhere else, and they don't participate in that anymore so much. And they fulfill that hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which talks about the Muslims, especially the Muslims of the Akhir Zaman. They are going to be like snakes. And even Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq is saying, Ya Rasulullah, what is the meaning? Snakes. It's not a good symbol. Yes? A snake. It says, the meaning is that, don't you know, when you're walking, the snake is deaf, no? But they can sense vibration. And the snakes will run away when they sense any vibration. When they sense that you are stepping on the ground, they will run away. And it says the Muslims, especially the Akhir Zaman, they're not going to show themselves. Oh, today, of course, they're going to not only show themselves in the neighborhood, in the city, the whole world. They're going to show themselves with that technology. For what? For nonsense most of the time. Especially for the women. The hijab is to protect. What's the use of wearing a hijab? What is the use of wearing the niqab if you're going to show yourself? But they're tricking you. They say, whatever men can do, you can do. Show that we're Muslims, we're not oppressed. So now you can wear a hijab, but you're going to be in a rock festival. You're going to wear a hijab and you're going to be the first hijabi woman's death metal group. You can do this and you can do that. Very proud. First hijabi woman in beauty pageants. You crazy? First hijabi woman gymnast. And the whole world is clapping. MashaAllah. This is progress. This is the meaning. So, literally, Sharia based, yes, you're covering. But the meaning you've lost completely. Now to come forward and to be involved in useless things like that is not just for the women, for the men too. So now, if you're in the city and you say, I'm just going to go in and out of my house. I'm not going to, go around so much. It's enough already. And especially us living in America, it's enough. What is it that is there? We are not enchanted, are we? Americans are generally not really enchanted by modern life, what it has. There's a different quality to that than people of other countries also. They don't run so much like that. And if your heart, you're keeping it clean, you're running away from that time, you are much stronger than someone who is physically in the mountain, but his heart is somewhere else. And there are people in the dargah. They're here. After a while, their faith dies because they don't renew it. Their belief dies. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, oh, you who believe, believe. Oh, you who believe, believe. Renew your religion, the Prophet says. You think it's not going to be You think it's going to be so easy just to say one time and everything is going to be there? We're living in this world. The enemies of mankind, the enemies of Allah and His Prophet, they're always attacking the believers. So if you're not renewing, you're not building, you're not protecting, then it'll die. Anything. Not only your belief, your home, your car, your finances, your relationships. You just live taking it for granted like that. You don't care. It will die, because dying in that way is a characteristic of this dunya. There's no dying in Akhirat. So you're running away from that with your heart. You don't want to participate so much. You go to work, you come back, you're not jumping into it, you know. Those ones have strong faith too. And when the time comes, Shavani used to say, don't worry, we will send helicopters to go and pick you up. You know where you are. You can fly above and pick you up. Don't underestimate the powers of the awliya Allah. During the flood of Nuh alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam is one woman, old woman, living by herself, far away with one cow. She used to send Nuh alayhi salam traveling, give him some milk. Nuh alayhi salam saying, be careful, flood is going to come. And say, yeah, Nuh, please let me know, please warn me. Let me know, I will come to your ship. Nuh alayhi salam says, don't worry. But Allah made Nuh alayhi salam to forget. Flood came, took out the whole world except for a handful of people in the ship. 40 days, 40 nights, and that rain, that water is the water of azab. It burns, it's like acid, it's not like water from the skies like this. Everything finished, so many secrets and stories in that. It landed. Everything starts to dry out. One day, Nuh alayhi salam remembered, oh, I forgot that lady. Just as he was remembering, he heard a voice, yeah, no. He see the woman walking, running to him. And he was surprised and he said, how did you survive the flood? He said, what flood? I'm waiting. Just rain, couple of rain came, and one day I fell asleep and I woke up and my cows, I see the mud reaching all the way to her shoulders. I see how it can reach all the way to the shoulders, but that's it. There is still Allah. There is only Allah. And Allah is the owner of safety. And He will grant it to those who are looking for Him. So, that is for all of us, inshallah. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقْ. Al-Fatiha.